For today's video, I'm going to be using acrylic yarn, tapestry needles, stitch markers, and also scissors. I have blueberry and lemon finish, and the last one I have to do is strawberry, which is the one I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to start off by making a magic ring, and I'm just going to put my hand in an L shape and hold the yarn underneath, and then I'm going to make an X. Once you see the X, you're going to flip over and you're going to see two lines. You're going to put your hook underneath, grab the top, and twist. Now you can pull away and chain one. Once you chain two, you're going to make 12 double crochets inside of this ring. So you're going to yarn over, go inside the gap, grab the yarn, pull once and twice, yarn over, go inside the gap, grab the yarn, pull once, twice, yarn over, go inside the gap, grab the yarn, pull once and twice. I'm going to do this 9 more times and come back. Once you finish your 12 double crochets, you're going to pull up a loop and close off the ring. So I'm just going to pull the tail all the way through and make a knot. And to make it more secure, I'm just going to split the yarn in half. And one tail is going to go underneath and the other one stays on top, and you just tie it off and cut it. And the start of every row, you're going to slip stitch and chain 2, 1 and 2. For the second row, we're going to increase in every single stitch, which means we're going to make 2 double crochets in the same spot. So we're going to repeat this until we have a total of 24 stitches, which is 2 double crochets in every spot. I'm in the last stitch, so now I'm going to slip stitch once again and chain 2, 1 and 2. And for this row, you're going to increase every other stitch. So in the first stitch, you're just going to make 1 double crochet, and then in the next one you're going to add 2 in the same spot, 1 and 2. In the first stitch, just 1 double crochet, and then in the next stitch you'll be adding 2. And you're going to repeat this for the rest of this round. I'm in the last stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch and chain 2 again. And for this row, I'm going to increase every 2 stitches. So in the first 2 stitches, I'm just going to add 1 double crochet, and then in the third one, I'm going to add 2 in the same spot. First 2 stitches, just 1 double crochet, and then in the third one, just add 2 in the same spot. And repeat this for the rest of this round. I'm in my last stitch, so I'm just going to slip stitch and chain 2 again. And for the 5th row, I'm going to increase every 3 stitches. So in the first 3, I'm just going to add 1 double crochet. And on the 4th stitch, I'm going to add 2 in the same spot. First 3 stitches, just 1 double crochet. And in the 4th stitch, add 2 in the same spot. And you're going to repeat this for the rest of this round. I'm in my last stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch and chain 2. And for our 6th row, this is our last increasing row, and then rows 7 through 12 is just going to be regular rounds of double crochets with no increases, and then lastly the brim. So for row 6 and the first 9 stitches, you're going to do 1 double crochet. Once you have your 9 stitches, on the 10th stitch, you're going to add 2 in the same spot. And then in the next 9 stitches, you're just going to add 1 double crochet. And you're going to repeat this for the rest of this round. And once you finish, rows 7 through 12 is just going to be regular rounds of double crochets with no increases. I just finished my 12 rows, so now we're going to start the brim. The brim will be 3 rows, 2 of them will be double crochets, and then the last one will be a half double crochet row, and then we're going to add the seeds and the stem. To start the brim, I'm going to slip stitch and chain 2, 1 and 2, and I'm going to make 3 double crochets only in the front loop, and this is going to create the brim to flare out. So you see these 2 loops, you're only going to go into the front one. You can make the hat more roughly by adding more stitches and less roughly by adding less. So you're going to yarn over, go inside the front loop only, and then finish off the double crochet. And you're going to repeat this for the rest of this round, and once I finish, I'll come back You're going to repeat this for the rest of this round, and for row 2 and 3 you're just going to make 1 double crochet for the rest of the row. So I'm going to come back once my brim is finished, which again is 2 rows of double crochets and the last one of half double crochet, but we're only increasing in the first one and we're leaving the other 2 alone. Now that our brim is done, I'm going to add the seeds, and what I did, I put some yarn on my needle and then I just looped it through twice. You can start off anywhere. I'm just going to skip 2 rows, 1 and 2, and then I'm just going to go over 2 rows, under 2, and then over 2. Try to make sure these lines are as straight as you can, and then you're just going to repeat this back and forth for the rest of the hat. So to do that, I'm just going to go under and I'm going to skip 5 stitches, 1 2 3 4 and 5, go in between, skip 2 rows, and then go all the way down. Now you're going to skip 5 stitches again, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and you're going to go 2 rows underneath, go straight in, go under 2 rows, and then over 2 rows. This is what your seeds should look like, and you're going to repeat this all around until you finish where you started. Now I'm going to show you how to do the little stem with the leaf, and this goes both ways for citrus and strawberries. So for citrus, you're only going to do 1 leaf, and then for strawberries, you're going to do 5. I'm going to start off by making a magic ring. So you're going to put your hand in an L shape, grab the yarn underneath, and you're going to make an X and then flip over. Once you see these 2 lines, you're going to go underneath, grab the yarn and twist, and now you can pinch off and pull away, and now you're going to chain 1. After you chain 1, you're going to make 5 single crochets in this loop. Once you have your 5 single crochets, you're going to pull the tail and close off the circle. Now you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch and chain 1. After you chain 1 and make a single crochet, you're going to place a stitch marker so you can keep track of where to slip stitch, and now you're going to make 5 single crochets for this row. I have my 5 single crochets, so I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm also going to poke through, that way it curves the right way. So you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch and poke, and now you're going to chain 1 and make 1 single crochet. After you do the single crochet, you're going to place your stitch marker back in, and now you're going to make 4 single crochets. You're going to do this until you have 5 rounds of single crochets. Once you finish your 5 rounds, this is what the little stem should look like, and now you're going to make a chain length of 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now you're going to make a single crochet, half double crochet, a double crochet, so you yarn over, go inside, grab the yarn, pull once and twice, and now you're going to make 3 treble crochets in the next stitch. So yarn over twice, go inside the stitch, pull once, twice, and a 3rd time, and now you're going to repeat that 2 more times in the same stitch. Yarn over twice, go inside the chain, grab once, twice, and a 3rd time, yarn over twice, go inside, pull once, twice, and a 3rd time, and now you're going to make a double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the one after, and then 2 single crochets in the last stitch. So 1 and 2. Now you have one side of the petal, and now you're just going to flip your work, and you're going to repeat the same thing you did on this side on the other side. So now that I have my 2 single crochets in the bottom, I'm just going to start off with a half double crochet, then you're going to do a double crochet. In this spot, you're going to do 3 triple crochets in the same spot. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to make a double crochet, half double crochet, and then lastly you're going to go inside of this stitch and make a single crochet, chain 1, and cut it off. This is what the petal looks like, and this is perfect for any citrus fruit, but since I'm making a strawberry in this video, I'm going to show you how to add another leaf to this, and you're going to repeat this until you have a total of 5 petals. In the next stitch, you're going to put your hook in, and then you're going to grab some yarn and tie it. So once it's in, you're just going to make a knot. Once that's in place, you're going to make a chain length of 8, just like we did before. Now you're going to make a single crochet, half double crochet, a double crochet, 3 triple crochets in the same spot. You're going to place another double crochet, a half double crochet, and then lastly 2 single crochets. You're going to flip your work, make a half double crochet, double crochet, 3 triple crochets in the same spot, a double crochet, half double crochet, and then lastly you're going to make a single crochet and chain 1 and cut it off. That's how you do the other petal, and you're going to do this 3 more times, but before that I'm going to show you how to get rid of the tail. To get rid of the tail, I'm going to place my hook underneath a random stitch, and then I split the yarn in half, and one part goes underneath and the other one stays on top, and then I just tie it off like normal and then cut off the excess. I actually forgot to crochet this as I went, but usually you would just crochet over. If not, you can just sew it on. So you're just going to go under a stitch and you're going to do a little loop and go straight through and make sure it's going inside of the stitches. And once you've done that, you're going to pull all the way through and cut off the excess. Lastly, this tail from the magic ring, I actually like to split it in half and put them parallel to each other. That way it's easier for me to anchor it down to the hat once I'm done. So I'm just going to do that and tie it off real quick. And once I finish all of my petals, this will be easier to anchor it down and tie it off. Once you repeat that 5 times, this is what the top of your strawberry hat should look like. And if you're doing a citrus instead, this is what yours should look like. Now I'm going to show you the little top piece for the blueberry. For the blueberry, we're going to make a little star that goes on the top, and then the edges are just naturally going to curl up. So you're going to make a magic ring, and then you're going to make 5 single crochets. Once you have your 5 single crochets, you're going to fasten off, and now you're going to increase in every stitch. So you're going to add 2 single crochets in every spot until you have 10 stitches total. Now that I have 10 stitches, I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1, and now I'm going to increase every other stitch until I have 15 stitches. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet first and then 2 in the second spot. Now that I have 15 stitches, I'm just going to slip stitch and chain 1, and then in the next 3 stitches you're going to make 1 single crochet. Once you have your 3 stitches done, you're going to flip your work and you're going to decrease 2 times. So you're going to go straight in, grab the yarn, but you're not going to close the stitch off. You're going to go into the next stitch and then you close it all together. Now you're going to do that one more time. Go into the stitch, go into the next one, and then close it off, and now chain 1. Now you're going to make 3 single crochets down. So you're going to do 1, 2, and then 3. Now you're going to repeat that 4 more times. So in the next 3 stitches, you're just going to do 1 single crochet. In the next row, you're going to decrease 2 times. So go straight in, go to the other stitch, and then close it off. Go straight in, other stitch, close it off, chain 1, and then flip your work and single crochet 3 times down. 1, 2, and 3. After you do that 5 times, this is how your star will look like, and now I'm going to show you how to get rid of the loose tails. So you're just going to go underneath a random stitch, split the yarn in half, grab one underneath, and then tie it off like before. And you're going to repeat the same thing for the magic ring. This is what it should look like after you finish your seeds. And now I'm going to show you how to add the stem. You have these 2 strings. You're going to use this to anchor it to the top. I'm going to go under, grab the tail, and then do the same thing for the other side. Now that it's anchored, we're going to take our needle and you're going to go in and out of every stitch. That way it's more secure, and then after that you're done. This is what all 3 hats look like, and I think this is super cute, especially for a group costume. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week.